So thank you for joining Mr. Saksham Agarwal. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and Acropolis?
Yeah, definitely, Rupal. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me. Well, I'm Saksham Agarwal, CEO and founder at Acropolis Infotech Pvt Ltd. It's an award-winning custom app development company, and we have been catering clients across the globe. Uh, we have been offering multiple software solutions, including mobile applications, web applications, websites, and all sort of trending, using all sort of trending technologies. For example, IoT, which is Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, AR, VR, which is augmented reality and virtual reality, and likewise. So this was a quick brief about Acropolis as well as about me. I hold an experience of somewhere around a decade. Rest, I'll leave on you what you'll be asking me.
All right, sir. So could you tell us about a little bit about the latest projects that you're doing with Acropolis right now?
All right, so I cannot disclose much about those projects due to NDA constant, that is non-disclosure agreement with our clients, but I can definitely give you an insight about that. So for projects, are you specifically asking me in a specific domain or any projects that we have been doing?
Any projects, sir.
All right. So majorly we are working with clients from Western countries, and the projects are mainly in mobile application development, including all the trending technologies as I already mentioned. One of the project is in entertainment domain, which is somewhat in line to Zomato or Swiggy kind of thing, but it is way different from that. It is not exactly similar. The project offers one drink when the person buys one drink at partner restaurant or partner bars. There is geolocation and geo-targeting and geo-fencing implemented in the project. If, for example, if the user is driving through an area and a partner bar or partner restaurant is on the way, then they'll be getting a push notification mentioning that, okay, you are around this bar or restaurant. Would you like to check it out? You'll be getting one drink if you'll be buying one, something like that. There are way more things that are associated with this project. For example, there are multiple panels. One panel is for restaurant, another panel is for users, the third panel is for the admin thing. So this was all in all about this project. Other than that, let's talk about augmented reality projects that are very exciting to talk about. So we have been working on one project where we are creating the space, the physical space in AR world, that is augmented reality world. And we are able, with the help of application, we are able to redesign the entire space, right from painting the walls to finding the right set of curtains, to finding the right set of flooring, to finding the right set of furniture and everything. So this is the next project that we have been doing. There's one more additional project that that is very exciting and close to my heart, and I've been closely working with that. That is taking measurements of human body. So that is for one of the prominent this what do you call that, person who creates tailors this apparels. I am just missing the name of that term. Anyway, so for that prominent guy, and he wanted us to create an application which can, as simple as, like, the application will be switched on and the user will just take a round in front of that application, in front of the camera, and their measurements, the neck measurements, the biceps measurement, and everything will be captured within the camera, just wirelessly. So there's the third project. It is also being done with the help of AR and AI. There are many more other projects, but I believe I'll be eating up all the time in disclosing all these projects. So it's better to move forward.
All right, sir. That sounds really interesting. I mean, I really like the way how AR and VR is unlocking the possibilities in the world. And so, how did you come up with
Definitely.
the idea? Like, how did you, what inspired you to, start Acropolis?
All right. So I always wanted to have this, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. entrepreneur. That was, I'm not sure what I'll be doing, but I always have this in mind that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I want to start my own company. I wanted to, build jobs, give jobs and things. Back in my graduation, talking about say 2008, 9, 10, I started a company called Home and Office Solutions. And it was very much similar to what one of the major companies today exist. At that time, that company was not there. Uh, the company that I'm talking about now, and home and office solutions was all about offering services. There were no mobile applications, there were no mobile phones in back in 2009 and 10 for general public, right? So obviously there were no mobile applications as well. So it was all being operated from web application. I created that web application along with one of my friend from college, and people could log into that web application, can request any service, be it laptop repair, wall painting, house cleaning, plumber, electrician, gardener, anything. And we rolled out this service for entire Delhi NCR. We served Delhi NCR for around 2 years, and then we shut down the service because our final semester was very close, and we wanted to, focus on that. So, but it was a fun thing. So this is how my entrepreneurship journey got started. Post that, I got placed from college for in multiple companies where I was supposed to code, and I never felt like coding is my cup of tea. So I always wanted to do something else. I always wanted to get into either into management or either into, I was not at all aware about sales, but some way I was sales was very close to my heart. Even before I understood sales to the core. So I wanted to do something like that. So I kept on searching for another job and everything. I found a job which was as a business development executive in an IT company, in a mediocre IT company or a small IT company. That is when I realized, okay, this is something that I can do forever. That is selling IT services. Then I started, the first company that I started is Aura Web Studio. For some legal complications and certain things, I was supposed to change the name of the company to Amvis. And later on, I registered that particular company as Acropolis Infotech Pvt Ltd. So this is how it got started. The idea behind starting an IT company or a software development company is because I always uh, seen this need that there are multiple people across the globe who are coming from different backgrounds. I have done BTech in computer science, IT,
Right.
but not everyone is from IT background. But then today's world is all about revolving around IT. So even if you are into manufacturing or maybe into entertainment industry or maybe into hospitality or whatever industry you are into, you definitely need IT aid to move forward. And this is where I wanted to come into action one way or the other. So now what Acropolis is doing, Acropolis is tailoring applications and softwares as per the client's requirement and helping them establish their footprints across the globe.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, sir. So could you tell me about the greatest achievement that you feel that you have achieved in your life?
Sure thing. So I'm not sure if tagging any achievement as greatest achievement would be wise enough, but yeah, there has been multiple instances where uh, we have achieved a lot of things. For example, we have got multiple awards for our uh, great services.
Right.
We have grown to a team of 250 plus engineers in a span of hardly 5 years. Which is another achievement for the entire company. The third could be we have been we have been serving clients, and we have been serving specifically clients which includes Fortune 500 companies as well as big enterprises. So this is also one of the achievements that I would tag as. On the personal front, the achievements are whatever I wanted to do, I am at least pursuing that. So that is the biggest achievement that I would say.
That makes sense, sir. And I think everybody has this dream in their life that whatever they are passionate about, they're doing something in it. So that's pretty nice that you're doing that.
Definitely.
All right, sir. So
Thank
according
you
to
so
you,
much. Yeah.
what is the future of AR VR space in India?
Well, AR and VR space is booming space. The possibilities are endless, and the space is still unexplored. With this boom in mobile applications, and then the fact that everyone is having a mobile handset in their hand these days, everyone is having data on their mobile devices. So things are going in the right direction, things are going towards IT. And when we talk about IT, when we talk about information technology, trending technologies are called trending technologies because they are trending, right? So and the list is topped by AR and VR. So definitely the possibilities are endless. We have already seen basic applications of AR VR. For example, there was a game launched few years back, Pokemon Go. It made huge buzz around the globe.
Right,
So which was just, I mean, which was not even productive, it was just for fun.
right,
Not think about applications. I was talking about this application where we can visualize the entire space with new furniture, with new wall paints and everything. So this is a productive application. How useful it will be for interior designers, for people who are actually trying to get best out of their budget for their space or something. Definitely the possibilities are endless, and we are yet exploring. When I say we, I mean everyone in the industry. And definitely this is the way to go forward.
definitely, sir. Every interview that I've taken, I've just heard this that in like 2025 or 2030, AR VR is going to be a part of our lives. So, what is your opinion on that?
Definitely, I mean, there's no doubt on that front. If we talk about uh, multiple surveys that I have been reading on day-to-day basis, uh, every survey claims that by some says that by 2022, some says that by 2024 or 25, AR VR is going to be a part of our daily lives with technologies like humanoid is being developed by Tesla. And then there are multiple other things that are being developed. There are multiple this development and research is going on across the globe, especially in India and abroad, which are focusing only on AR VR. Uh, Things like Google Lens, things like Alexa, or maybe uh, this Google Assistants. These all are some way getting us closer to these technologies, be it AI, be it AR, VR. Talking specifically about AR, VR, AR, VR, since it connects us to the real world, it has more potential to grow uh, even exponentially rather than any other technology, because none other technology is connecting us to the real world, whereas AR VR is definitely connecting us to the real world. So all in all, there's no doubt that it will be our day-to-day life part in near future. Over to you.
All right, sir. So, are there any startups or any kind of newly launched products that have intrigued you recently?
Yes, I read a lot about startups. I read a lot about new products. So I'm very much amazed and fascinated by this humanoid that I was talking about. I'm excited to interact with that humanoid whenever I can. That is definitely something that I'll be enjoying. Interacting with and utilizing or figuring out what applications we can implement with the help of that humanoid. Apart from that, I mean, taking any name wouldn't be wise over here, but there are multiple startups out there who are doing exponentially good, and they are definitely going to be the future of this IT space.
So, as you know, that there is like a lot of supply and demand gap in India because of the unorganized sector, media and entertainment is. Where do you think it is possible to upskill the candidates or the aspirants who are trying to build a career into AR or VR space? So, what do you think they should, really focus on?
They should ultimately their skills matters. So the space is unorganized because I mean, if I would have to speak my heart out, then the thing is, IT is a very tricky domain. Reason being, anyone who is having a laptop can claim to have an IT company. They can just create everything over web and nothing in physical, and they can claim that they have this and that, and they can just get started. Now this is what making it unorganized, and this is where we are having this huge gap of demand and supply. If there will be quality control at the initial point, at the origin, I'm pretty sure that there won't be such huge gap in demand and supply, because demand is definitely there. Supply is I believe supply is way more than demand. But the problem is that quality supply is very limited. So if everyone starts focusing on their skill set, if everyone starts focusing on the quality controls, then we are going to be on the right track.
So, do you have any upskilling programs that you run in your company, like to keep your employees updated?
Yes, we are offering training programs, as well as we are offering internships. Majorly, internships and training programs is one and the same thing. So what we do is we hire freshers. We have a policy not to hire freshers on a permanent position directly. So
Right.
what we do is, if any fresher is applying to Acropolis, we consider them for internship position, and if they agree, if they are willing to join an internship, it's an unpaid program where they'll be learning about the industry exposure. They'll be working on live projects. They'll be given exposure to live projects. They'll be seeing how the entire team is working. They'll be interacting with them on regular basis. They'll be now, there are multiple filters that we look forward to. Number one filter is the person must have the basic skill set. It is very important. If the person is not having a skill set, we cannot give them the chance, because we do not want to take that risk. The other thing is, when we talk about the person is having the skill, the person is willing to join the program, we provide them the exposure to the life projects, which is very, very different than a paid training program. So neither they are required to pay anything to Acropolis, neither Acropolis will be paying anything to these interns. But then there will be a win-win situation for both of us. The candidate will be upskilling, whereas Acropolis will be getting a person ready for the workforce. So it's a win-win situation for both of us, and this is how we are implementing this upskilling program.
That's really great, sir. It's good to see that companies are actually focusing on the upskilling part because it's really it. I think it's the need of the hour now because until and unless,
Definitely.
right, right. Sir. Please go ahead.
Definitely. In fact, I mean, it was just for upskilling of the fresher. If you talk about upskilling of the regular employees, whosoever teammates are there, then there are multiple programs. We do offer paid programs wherein a person the person is not required to pay anything to Acropolis or to any other organization, but Acropolis will be paying that amount to promote or to let them learn certain things. There are multiple portals or multiple educational organizations that we have collaborated with, and those organizations are helping our teammates in upskilling their skill set. So for example, let's assume that we have a developer, or we have a development engineer for a specific technology. Now technology is being changed on day-to-day basis. The same technology, yesterday it was different, today it has got some new libraries or some new skills or some new this and that, and tomorrow it will be different. So it is very, very important to keep ourselves updated on day-to-day basis, and that is why it is very mandate for everyone at Acropolis to keep themselves updated, and we offer these services free of cost to all our teams.
All right, sir. So another question for you is, how does augmented reality unlock the possibilities of an image-based conversation, including for videos?
All right. So this is a very interesting question. I mean, we have already seen, or we might have heard about this thing. Let me go back to my childhood and give you this image of my fantasy that I always wanted. That okay, there will be a box in front of me. I'll say I want pizza, and the pizza will appear in that box. So that was the fantasy that I always had throughout my childhood. AR and VR somewhere is fulfilling that thing. How now, for example, if I am watching something on any OTT platform, and I can what I can do is I can pause, I can find an object within that screenshot, and I can search about that object. For example, if there's an actor and an actress and maybe a couple of components in that screenshot, and I'm liking the attire of that actor, I can search exactly that attire just by that image, but just by clicking on that image, if AR for that specific application has been implemented in this OTT platform. So this is how we can definitely, I mean, there's several growths happening across AI, AR, and VR, and this is the future. Shopping has already been moved to online space till a huge extent, and with introduction of AR, VR, it will be a game changer, definitely.
Right, sir. So, give me a second. So, could you tell us about the opportunities and the threats that are in this evolving market that are available?
Threats are always there, and so are opportunities. So I mean, as we were discussing that AR VR space is yet unexplored. That means numerous opportunities are not yet thought of, or even if they are thought of, they are not yet executed. So a lot is yet to be executed. For example, I'll give you a very simple analogy. Mobile applications launched back in 11 12 or maybe earlier than that, right? But the kind of mobile applications that we have in the market today were not there 2 years ago or 1 year ago. You can talk about any mobile application. So same is the case for AR VR. AR VR is a technology. There will be multiple applications of AR VR which are unexplored, and those will be furnished, or those will be figured out only with the time. Same goes for, can you please repeat your question once?
Sure, sir. So the question is, could you please tell us about the opportunities and threats in this new emerging market?
Yes, exactly. So I already talked about opportunities that AR VR space is unexplored. AR VR space, when we'll be figuring it out, when industry experts will be figuring it out in more detail, we'll be having way better applications of AR VR as technology. Talking about threats, any new technology brings threats as well. It's not only about technology, it's about everything. Even if we are learning driving for the very first time, it comes with certain threats, right? So it is quite common and quite obvious, but there's nothing to worry about, because the way we are advancing in technology, we are definitely taking a control over computerized programming, over the overall ecosystem, and this is going to be amazing and interesting for everyone across the globe.
Definitely, sir. I truly agree to it. I mean, I've heard so much about AR VR during the making of this magazine that I'm actually excited for how 2025 is going to look like.
Definitely.
So, sir, which industries are best poised to take full advantage of AR VR development?
Okay, let's talk about internet first.
Right.
I'm going a bit back. If you'll be asking me what is the best industry to utilize internet, I would say every damn industry is the best poised for internet, because even a shoe cobbler needs to be on internet today. The same is going to be the case for AR VR in coming years. Every industry will be required to implement AR VR one way or the other in order to maintain their presence in the business. For example, for now, if you talk about current stage, at current stage, medical industry is definitely one of the best poised industries in the market for AR VR, because they can always, visualize things before actually performing things. And human body is something that should be carefully worked on. Similarly, if we talk about hospitality, so in hospitality, maybe without investing a lot of amount in the initial phase, we can definitely visualize everything with the help of AR VR and then move forward. Talking about e-commerce space, e-commerce is, so far, what do we understand about e-commerce? We only understand some big giants like maybe Amazon, Flipkart, and likewise. But once AR VR will be introduced, the way e-commerce industry is working will be changed forever. Uh, for example, if I'm interacting with you at this point of time and I like that book behind you, I can simply just tap on that book, and I can book a copy of the same for me. This is the future of e-commerce along with AR VR. That is image based interaction, right? Now image or video based interaction. The other industries are say entertainment industry. In entertainment industry, we, I mean, video games is already utilizing AR VR to the core. They'll be furnishing it further in coming years. The list is endless. The list is absolutely endless about this
That's
industry.
true, sir. I think, yes, every industry is actually utilizing the new technology in one way or the other. That is so true.
Exactly.
So, sir, I have one last question for you. That is going to
Mhm.
be any advice that you have for the budding entrepreneurs who are trying to make a space for themselves in the AR and VR sector?
Well, I mean, everyone has their own potential, as well as everyone has their own way of working. So, I would just like to say that keep going on. Do not be disappointed about the hurdles. Hurdles are that is part of the process, and confidence is the key. If you are confident about how things will be going forward, or if you're confident about what you are working on, you'll eventually be achieving that. So it's pretty simple. The formula is pretty simple. Keep going on, never give up, and be confident. It's as simple as that.
That's a pretty good advice, sir. I'm sure everybody is going to follow it, whoever is going to watch this interview. So, sir,
Definitely.
I'm out of questions, but do you feel that there was something that I should have asked you, but I didn't?
Well, I believe we have pretty much covered most of the aspects of AR VR in a nutshell. If we have to talk in detail, even the entire day would be less. So I believe we have pretty much done with most of the things. And if you will be having any more queries at later stage, you can always reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to provide my insights for the same.